Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the skiing trip, it was so much fun. It was just so much fun. It was like so fun. I just can't even like tell you. It was just so much. First, we went on this bus, like this giant bus, really early in the morning with like a ton of people on it. And then I could have watched 27 Dresses like 4 times. It was like a 4 or 5 hour trip. It was just so long. And then I had to talk to like these random people sitting around us, like in front of us and like behind us and stuff, because I was just so excited for the trip, for like skiing and shopping and stuff. I was like acting like a total idiot, just talking to everybody. It was insane. And then apparently we couldn't change when we got there, so we had to change on the bus. And then Maddie was holding a coat on. And I said really loud, I was like, thermal underwear! Because of course my mom made me like put on thermal underwear so I wouldn't get all cold and stuff. So I just yelled thermal underwear really loud, and then everybody was like, that's nice. And I was like, sorry. Anyway, when we got to the skiing place, like, there's like 4 places where you can go inside to like buy food and drinks and like stuff. And then so we went into the little one over by the place, where you go down the hill like that, on the little tube things. And then so we gave them our money, and then they put stickers on our Coke zippers. And so we kept going down the hill, and then we went up this moving sidewalk, and it was it was really steep, but I was afraid I was going to just, like, roll down the whole thing. Like, honestly, I was really afraid for, like, the first few times. And then after like, we went up it a few times, I wasn't even scared anymore, because, being scared of that thing is kind of lame after a minute, for a while. So anyway, and then, we went on a pony ride, like when we were done skiing, because we ate at the place where we were sitting, like in the big skiing place, like in the big one, and in the basement, and we just ate stuff, and then we went outside and looked for stuff to do, and then we saw this like pony carriage thing walk by, so we like got on it and rode around the park, the ski place, like 9 times. It was really fun, I have to say. Wait, so then we got to the church, and the church that we were going to sleep at and stuff, and then everybody was just, like, running around and playing basketball and putting their stuff in their rooms and, playing volleyball and basketball and stuff. And then, So then after we played sports, then we went into our little rooms, and the boys slept in the gym, but we went into our little rooms and stuff, and yeah. And then we were all, like, tired and stuff, and then the boys woke us up, like, at, 5 in the morning by screaming and throwing M&Ms everywhere. Like, we didn't even know that they were throwing M&Ms until we walked out, and there were, like, M&Ms, like, all over the floor. They were, like, everywhere. It was just, like, I was like, why are there M&Ms everywhere? And then somebody was like, yeah, they started throwing them. And I was like, oh my gosh, boys are so stupid. Okay, so then the morning that we woke up really early to people throwing M&Ms, we went to this church. Well, first we were on the bus, and then the guy was giving, like, a sermon, I guess, on the bus, and I was sleeping on the floor. And then Maddie had to, like, walk me into the church because I was still sleeping, and apparently he told me that he thought it was funny that I was sleeping on the floor. I heard from Maddie. And then, so we walked into this church called Hosanna, and they kept singing the song called Hosanna. And, it was, like, the seats were, like, really, like, comfortable. It was, like, a movie theater. And so I fell asleep there, like, 3 times, so I didn't even, like, hear most of it. So, yeah. And then, we drove to the Mall of America, and then we were, like, walking around with our friends and stuff, and then I went on a ride with, like, all these scary skeletons and ghosts, and then I was wearing a white shirt, and it turned, like, all, like, weird because it was a black light and stuff, so that was kind of cool. And then I bought George. He's a giraffe pillow, and I was sleeping with him on the bus. The pillow giraffe. This guy right here. And I named him George because he just looks like a George to me. So yeah. And yeah, I was sleeping on him on the bus, which sounds kind of weird, but then I bought this like giant lollipop because like I think it at the supersized candy store where you can buy like supersized candy, like like just like a ton of candy. And then like it was giant and stuff, and because I think I need more sugar in my diet because I was really tired that day. And anyway, So I had this like giant lollipop, and I was carrying it around with my giraffe pillow. And then we asked like random people, like the lady at the Dippin' Dots counter, like how old she thought I was, and then she said 11, and I'm 13, and so that was kind of like not very nice. And then we asked another lady, and she said 8, and so that wasn't very nice either, because you know what, I don't think I'm that short, honestly. I'm only like, I'm 4'9". I mean, that's pretty tall by itself. So after that, we went to like a bunch of stores and stuff and bought that. And then on the bus ride home, like these two people got in a big fight, and it was kind of like scary because like fighting is not good, especially on a family-oriented church trip. We just don't do that kind of stuff on that trip. Anyway, and then they had to be moved to our bus, like, yeah. And then we waited like an hour. Like we were supposed to get home at 9, but we got home at like 9:23 because like we had to wait like forever to like get everybody on the bus and then get these two people separated and stuff. So yeah, but like then on the bus ride home we started watching Happy Gilmore, and then it started skipping, and that made me kind of mad. And then I opened up my lollipop, except it broke into a ton of pieces, so I had to eat it like in a ton of pieces, and then I gave other people candy, and then they gave me candy, and then we were almost home. These people on the bus started screaming, but they're not girls. They were boys that started screaming, and it was terrible. It was so loud, and they wouldn't stop, and we were all so tired and mad and cranky and stuff. And then when I got home, I was just so tired, and I really, I just didn't want to like do anything. I just like fell right asleep. But overall, it was a really fun trip, and I think I'm gonna go next year if I'm not broke, which I won't be. I have an allowance. Bye. George says bye too. Except his stubby legs can't even wave. Well, actually, they can. Bye.